Welcome back to Free to Play Fridays. This is Out of Order Part 5. Last week on Out of Order Part 4, I told the computer to tell everybody about online dating. So this week I'm going to go around trying to figure out who needs an online dating. That's not funny, Hereford. I guess robots don't do online dating. It's fine. I didn't think they would. Alright, I'm gonna spill the beans now. I recorded, and then I need a new mic cable still. I still don't have a new mic cable, and so half my audio, half my voiceover was cutting out the whole episode. So now I'm watching back my my footage. I'm watching back all my footage, and I'm doing new voice lines. So then I decided I wanted to check. I had a vague memory that I should go up to the top floor. But I thought maybe I should check everybody else down here to see if they were hip to the new online dating craze. Now I'm eyeing OBS over there like a hawk. So, like if my mic meter stops bouncing at each second, I'm gonna start swearing. I'm gonna get so mad. I guess I did come talk to Bob. I thought I skipped Bob because he seemed too on the nose, but I suppose I did it. I skipped the bar guy. And then I thought, definitely this guy's got to be lonely, right? Look at him. He's got green hair. I made fun of, I think this is later on in the video, but I made fun of people who dye their hair unnatural color. I mean, people who dye their hair any colors. Pathetic. Pathetic human beings. Oh no, my hair's gray. Oh no, my hair's normal. It starts when they're young. Oh no, my hair's a normal color. How will I stand out in a crowd? I better change it to pink. I said most people don't do green, and that's why I think this guy's an alien, not a human person. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going way harder on people that dye their hair this time because I'm already upset that I'm having to do all the voiceover for this again. But seriously, if you're a kid and you're dyeing your hair in unnatural color, just stop it. You're not interesting. Work on developing your personality instead. How about that? And if you're over 40 and you start dyeing your hair in natural color, you could get over it. You're going gray. That's what happens. You're not fooling anybody. You don't look young. You look like an old person who's dyeing their hair. And if you're over 40 and you're dyeing your hair unnatural colors, you're a worm. You're the most pathetic type of human being on this planet. Honestly, if you're over 20 and you're doing that shit, you're pathetic. If you're under 20, you're pathetic, but it makes sense because all teenagers are pathetic. Oh, and this puzzle. I thought that I was going to have to look around. I was like, well, surely there's going to be a code somewhere. Then I realized that it was doing the click and clunk. It was one of them click and clunk puzzles. And so I was like, that's a very bad security. You don't have any security. There's a cassette here. We can take it. Hereford will take this cassette. He's happy with it. Oh man, this is two big audio mess ups within like 2 weeks. There was a Broken Sword one where I wasn't recording the gameplay audio. And I did 15 minutes without recording gameplay audio, and that was non-negotiable. In that case, I just had to start over. This is why I make a new save slot every recording. It's just in case something like that happens that I could go back to the beginning and start over. But I always hate doing that because I always have better commentary the first time I do it around, especially when I go back to back after immediately doing it. I found out the tapes playing there. The tapes playing. I'm talking about the game. Are you happy? And then this, where I didn't make absolutely sure my XLR cable was I need to like check it. It might be a loose screw. Hopefully it's a loose screw. These things are not they're not super expensive, but I don't want to keep replacing XLR cables. So if I can repair this one, that would be ideal. Sometimes it's just the connector. Sometimes the connector is loose, or maybe the microphone. If the microphone has a loose connector, then buying a new cable won't fix anything. So I need to investigate that, I guess, because I always have to like pull the connector tight through and wrap it around the mic stand real tight. Because if it slackens, it loses its connection, and then it keeps cutting in and out, and I hate it. Honestly, I need a new mic stand too. This was too tall for me sitting on the floor, which is what I do now. It's got it's going way up over my head, and then I've got the boom arm stretching all the way back down. I should probably get like a desktop mic stand, but have it on the floor. He has a basement, right? I tricked him. I didn't really have much to say about these jokes either, because they're not that funny, so don't worry, you're not missing a whole bunch. Yeah, I've already been to his basement, and I think at some point I have to figure out the symptoms, and then also I still have to take that picture. I still have to manipulate a photo to make it look like I've got a car. Had I already checked the receptionist, or am I doing that now? Let's see. No, I'm demonstrating what I need to put my car picture in, and then I just try to stick the car to it. That doesn't work, and then I give up. I think when I first got here, I tried to show the reception. I tried to talk to the receptionist. Didn't know. That's coming up later. I'm doing things slightly out of order, I realize. I haven't realized it yet, but I will realize it once I go all the way to the other side of the map. And then this guy has nothing interesting to say right now, so I ask him a question, he talks a bunch, and then I leave. I think that's everybody, right? So now I will finally walk back. Nope, I gotta check the meeting hall first. I saw the meeting hall and I was like, well, maybe we'll talk to this computer, because the computer's not a robot. Maybe computers do online dating because robots don't. That was my joke. That was the joke I made at this point in the recording. Don't worry, there's only 10 minutes left. There's only 10 minutes left of this video. So we can put this all behind us, which is what I said about the last one, the broken sword one. At the end of that, I said we could put this all behind us. Technically, this is a different thing. This is a different cock up. I didn't do the gameplay audio is recording. See, you can hear it. This is the video. I'm just playing it back. There's audio. See, some hold music, some elevator hold music. But rest assured, like it was, man. It's just always so disappointing when you sit down to when you finish a recording and you're like, yeah, nailed it. I nailed it. It was absolutely brilliant, that one. And then you drag the file into Audacity and the audio clips load up and you're like, well, those are an awful lot. That's an awful lot of dead air. I don't remember being that uninteresting in this one. And then I start playing it back. I'm like, yeah, it's not only dead air. There's also when I'm talking, it's cutting in and out. Great. Wonderful. I hate being poor. I hate being poor, man. If I wasn't poor, I would have bought a new XLR cable like a year ago. But I'm so fucking poor. Please join my Patreon. Please join my Patreon so I can stop having my XLR cable fuck up all the time. If 3 people join my Patreon, I can afford a new XLR cable. I've already got 2. So one more, and that's my stretch goal for right now. If I get to $15 a month, I'll buy a new XLR cable for my microphone. And then we talk to this computer. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was a null option I clicked. Don't worry, we're gonna waste our time some more after this because we come back later. Right. Hereford won't fill it out himself. We try talking to Sylvia Jones again, but she's, oh yeah, I didn't even mention that we finally talked to Sylvia. We finally saw Sylvia Jones. She doesn't really have anything useful for us right now. And this whole time I was talking about, like, I'm gonna break into people's houses. That's what I'm doing this whole online dating scheme for, trying to get people out of their houses so I can rob them while they're away. It was all very funny. Trust me, it was all very funny the first time. But it's lost now. I'm not stealing any money. Actually, my memory does vaguely of breaking into Sylvia Jones's house later, but right now it's not that. And then Hereford says his stereo doesn't play cassettes, but there's very clearly 2 cassette slots there. So it's one of those radios where you can record a cassette off another cassette, but Hereford says it doesn't play cassettes. And I said this game was made by one guy, I'm pretty sure, so I don't think that there was a disconnect between the art and the artist and the writer, because I'm pretty sure it's the same person. Maybe not. It's a pretty big fuck up. If your script says this device does not play cassettes, it shouldn't have 2 giant cassette slots on the front of it. Or maybe you should have rewritten the line to say the cassette slots are broken, something like that. This inventory system is so finicky, man. Watching it back is pretty frustrating. It's frustrating in the moment, but I don't mention it that much. But man, it's not just like you have to go the precision, the smallness of these buttons and the largeness of the bigness of the cursor. And then if you click on anything other than like what you're supposed to be clicking on with the item that you're wanting to click on, then it switches it back to walk 2. And if you cycle, when you cycle through the cursors, it's not one of those games where your last used inventory item is one of the things that you can cycle through on your cursors. So you can't even get back to it without going all the way back to your inventory and clicking on it again. Maybe there's an inventory hotkey. Maybe that'd be faster. Except I'm in a bit of an awkward position for that. Yeah, and now we've got this date form. We can get the responses I was looking for. See, I was hoping that I could just go around and talk to people, be like, "Hey, have you heard of this whole town date thing?" But it turns out no. I had to go back to the computer first, so I wasted all that time walking around down here the first time. Now I can finally get the responses I was after, and I'm sure the first time I played this, I had some very witty things to say about it, but to be honest, at this point, I'm not even watching the video. Yeah, this guy's not allowed to do town date because he's got, he gets money out of it. He gets paid. He's not allowed to undisclosed personal financial interests. Oh man, knowing that all of this stuff that I'm doing right now is pointless also makes it harder to watch. It's like, man, I did waste a whole lot of time. Maybe I should have gone the same as the Broken Sword route, where I went back and played it again, but since I knew which options did nothing, I was like, well, I'm not going to sit through these again, even if they were funny. I'm just gonna... And it only took me 5 minutes to redo 15 minutes of work on Broken Sword. But now, you know, we're 14 minutes into this video. I'm not about to go through this a third time. Tough cookies. You'll deal with this bad episode and you'll like it. Yeah, he had nothing to say. That was really surprising. Figured this guy, of all the people in the world, would want to do online dating. Why you dye your hair a stupid color if you're not looking for attention, if you're not looking for love? And attention is just, you know, love by another name. I don't think anybody that is willing to do something stupid to their hair for attention is also unwilling to do online dating. I don't believe it for a second. That's not funny either, Hereford. You say a lot of things that aren't funny. Oh, man. Is this the part where I decide to walk back? Please? I think so. Nope. Nope, not done yet. I think I'm going back to the surgery. Why did I walk in that direction if I'm all... Oh, God. The walk speed in this game is so slow. And these maps are so empty. Why am I going back down here? What am I going back down here for? I was just here 2 seconds ago. Where am I going? Oh no, now I remember. I wasn't sure if I tried to show this guy the town date form or not. And I still don't know because I wasn't watching the video. I don't know if I did it. And then I was like, did I just talk to him? Let's show him the town date form again. And it was pointless. Urban Leopard is his name. Didn't he have a real name too? I remember they did the girl's name joke twice. They had Deirdre, and then this guy also had a girly name, from what I remember. But I don't remember what it was because they're calling it Urban Leopard, apparently. Don't worry, I'll forget that. I'll forget that name again by next week. Receptionist is now its time. I'm finally trying the receptionist. Yeah, it is. I hope it was everything you you wanted. The only guy who doesn't say nah fuck that when I show him the online dating form, he says, yes, I've already filled one of these out. I'm the loneliest alien on this planet. I did say in the first recording that doctors must be incredibly lonely. So it checks out. Surgeons, even more so, I'm sure. Bob, why are you talking to Bob? Bob says he worked on the system. I think this one is actually a valuable clue, so pay attention. See, he said the matching system. Right, the matching system is too rigid. But he set it to only match 90%. 90% matches and above. So we gotta fix that. Or, yeah, we gotta fix... I think he changed it, right? So we gotta fix that. So I decide... Do I decide? Yes. I decided to go back and talk to the computer again and see if we can tweak any algorithms with this computer. And at this point... Around this point... when I said I'm either gonna tweak some algorithms with this computer or I'm gonna end the episode so that I can do this long walk back to the bottom of the elevator, because this is the worst screen in the game right here. This walk, it's probably not any worse. No, it is, because he's small, so he walks even slower. So I said if this isn't super fruitful, I'll end the episode here so that you don't have to watch me walk all the way back. Now I've had to watch myself walk back and forth for 20 minutes. I'm so mad. Okay, I was horrified because I realized it's been a minute since I've looked over at my meters, but they still seem to be bouncing perfectly fine, so but we're all good. And then Hereford says none of these are good. He's not happy with any of these. They're all the same, so he won't fill out any of them. And then that's the end of the episode. I'll see you next week for a new free-to-play Friday, or a new episode of Out of Order Free-to-Play Friday. Bye.